Good evening! If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're depressed and medicated, clap your hands. If you're depressed and medicated, clap your hands. If you're depressed and medicated, it's kind of complicated. If you're depressed and medicated, clap your hands. If you're barely holding it together, clap your hands. If you're barely holding it together, clap your hands. If you're barely holding it together and you genuinely believe that anyone in your life has ever fucking loved you, would just be better off if you were dead. Clap your hands. Good evening! Good evening! Thank you very much for feeding William. Good evening! Were the Bongo adverts racist? We're not sure, are we? We can't remember them in sufficient detail. Good evening! Just look at that subtle, be like trying to sit on a razor blade. Good evening! Welcome to the show. Miriam Margulies! Welcome to the show. Patsy Byrne! Welcome to the show. My name is Andrew O'Neill, and thanks. The agility round at Crufts. It's got a lot more difficult, hasn't it, in recent years, huh? Bitches be tripping! Yeah, good evening! Sure, wakeboarding's fun. But it pisses off the other mourners. Oh, you've knocked over the buffet. Good evening. French polishers, it's just possible you could save my life. Good evening. Now, so, some of you may know me from, we used to live together. I mean, obviously, you know, we met at university, didn't we? It wasn't really till after university we became friends. You know, we sort of moved into that shared house and we bonded, didn't we? Both had a relationship, split up around the same time, bonded over that. You've moved away since through work, but we keep up through WhatsApp. I don't think he's in, though. So the rest of you may know me from on stage, may see me on telly. You may well recognise my voice from the voiceover work I do. The Bee Gees, a warning from history. Because the arse has fallen out of stand-up comedy, ladies and gents. I don't know if you're aware of this. When I started doing stand-up comedy a decade and a half ago, there was a lot of money to be made from stand-up comedy, but I wasn't good enough back then to earn the money. Now I am good enough. The money has fucked off. Right? McIntyre's got it all. So we have to do other things, supplement our incomes. I do a lot of voiceover work. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Terms and conditions apply. People must exceed 15 grams in weight. When apples are consumed in any 24-hour period, non-medical proximity to a doctor may occur. If symptoms persist, stop keeping the doctor away. Got a lot of range in my voiceovers. Dangerous Dave's Dangerous Holidays. We put the canoe in volcano. So, good evening. Now, I think probably the worst thing about being a transvestite is people constantly assuming you have magical powers. You know, like a unicorn. Quite often I'll be at home, North London, where I live, I'll be making my way down to the shops wearing a skirt and makeup, and there'll be a football match on nearby, a load of pissed up football fans around. I'm going to get some grief off these blokes, and, you know, sure enough, they're like, "Oi, mate!" Fucking hell, here we go. Yeah? Show us your magical powers! Fuck's sake. I haven't got any, mate. You're thinking of unicorns. Is that not what you are? No, I'm a transvestite. Oh! Sorry! It's all right, don't worry about it. My mistake. On your way. Stay safe. Really gets on my tits. Now, while I'm wearing them. I only want one thing of celery, but they won't sell me. Only one thing of celery. They would only sell me between 6 and 8 things of celery, which means that I have to then take between 6 and 8 things of celery home, use one, and then observe over the course of a week between 5 and 7 things of celery wither and die. Thus reminding me, inevitably, of my own mortality. If anybody is interested in joining a collective, I need between 5 and 7 other people. We will then buy the celery on a rota basis, distribute it to each according to his need, from each according to his ability, and thus avoid the visual reminder of the fruitlessness of all human endeavour. Now, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, Magneto on a lilo, Magneto on a lilo, Magneto on a lilo, his head points north. Yeah, good joke for those people who pay attention in life, isn't it? Some explaining going on, that's right. She sells seashells on the seashore. Worst business plan ever. I mean, at least go as far as the town. You're standing where the seashells are. What is the motivation for people to part with their hard-earned money for seashells they're fucking standing on? No, you can't have a business development loan. Get out of my bank. Yes, I am drinking in the bank. It's my bank. If there's one advantage to having your own bank, it's that you make the rules. It's mandatory drinking in the bank now. Yes, we have performed a lot less well since that policy's been enacted. But we don't care. Because we're fucking hammered. We've made a lot of changes in the bank since the mandatory drinking rule. Got rid of all the computers, fucked them off. Don't like computers, gone back to the old system, the dum-dum system, and the stamps and the noise, the dum-dum in the bank. Gone back to something you don't remember, too young, the dum-dum in the bank. Got the pens back on the chains, and the dum-dum in the bank. Some of our banks have got humans in them now. It's all new. Fucked it off, man. Fuck the computers. Go back to the dum-dum. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how the financial crisis of 2008 began. Lehman Brothers. No, we're fucking pissed in the bank. We've gone back to the dum-dum. And I feel we should go into subprime mortgages. Bank of England. Nah, right, you're all right, yeah? Yeah, nah, you've had a drink, right? Nah, we've had a drink, right? But, nah, right? Nah, shut up, listen, shut up. No, stop laughing, shut up. No, you're laughing, right? But, right? Nah, right, but, right? Nah, listen, right? You know how the money at the moment, right? It's rubbish, isn't it? It's not slippy enough. If you notice, the money now, right? Now, all the money, it stays in your pocket, doesn't it? And it doesn't spring out of tills. I've got a vision. Get me another drink and I'll tell you. So, Can't dry your balls in the Dyson Airblade. Now, you can. Just need to commit to the project. Some of the older blokes, of course, will find it easier than the younger blokes to get the balls into the Dyson Airblade, but that's simply the ravages of time on the male anatomy. It's my new proverb. Oh, like I always say, can't dry your balls in a Dyson Airblade. What the fuck are you talking about? It's Zen, you got to think about it. Because we need new proverbs, don't we? Most of our proverbs are out of date. You know, proverbs are a beautiful thing. They're an act of magic that sparks an idea from a mind to a mind over generations to tell you there's precedent for the way you live your life. You're part of the wider human condition. Right? They're not necessarily fit for purpose to describe our busy, changing modern lives. You know, for example, the proverb, a bad workman blames his tools. Right? I'm sure you're all familiar with this proverb, right? A bad workman blames his tools. Well, not in my experience. Because in my experience, a bad workman blames the Muslims. 9 times out of 10, they're racist pricks, aren't they, bad workmen? If you ask a bad workman what's gone wrong with the country, he won't go, well, it's this drill. This drill simply doesn't have the torque to get through masonry. He won't say that. He will say, creeping Sharia. Which is my burlesque name. People who say, I work hard and I play harder, right, are the same people that say, I'm tired.
Looping songs are shit. 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 Looping songs are shit.
That wasn't a bow, by the way. I was just deleting the track. Sorry. Sorry, no. I'm sorry. I can't sing under pressure. Shameless. Now, the world is changing at an increasingly fast pace, ladies and gentlemen, and I can't keep up with it. One day you're the head of a major religion, next day just a cunt in a hat. It seems to be my ideas that carry on, and catch on. Never my ideas that catch on. Right? Here's one, right? Right? The glove equivalent of flip-flops. Be like a ring with like a flap on it. And increasingly, I see the people living their lives online. You know, youngsters put all their stuff online. There's some things I think shouldn't necessarily be online. Some things that are better off just kept to yourself. I've tried telling Amanda, but she don't fucking listen. Right? That's why I'm supporting her, though. I suppose she's better at this shit than I am. So. Never says Christmas, she says Yule. She buys all her clothes from Etsy, because the high street isn't cool. She always abides by the Wiccan threefold rule. She's an Instagram witch. When your parents have paid for your cozy witch nest, it's a lot fucking easier to feel #blessed. She's an Instagram witch. When she says she's equipped, you know she's not lying. She's got more fucking crystals than Richard O'Brien. Now, it's a loop song, so there's no fucking progression, but I think you'll agree that's a fucking good rhyme. She always posts her tarot spreads and freely offers tips. She's never wondered why Hippocrates has his fingers on his lips. I apologise, that's obscure, but go with it. Oh, and right, so, okay, gematria, right. Now, it's the Kabbalistic process whereby each Hebrew letter has a value, the word has a value, and you compare words. It's like kind of anagrams, but with maths. It's going to make the next line sing, now you know that. She dismisses gematria, says the maths makes her cranky. She's never meditated on the fact the word Wiccan is an anagram of wanky. She's an Instagram witch. Now, I'm aware this song is gendered. Please don't slit my gizzards. I promise I'll write a follow-up about fucking Reddit wizards. They claim ancient lineage. There's no evidence for. Most of their practice is fucking post-war. I scream into the void until my tonsils are bleeding. A 3-card spread is not a fucking tarot reading! Right, that's more than enough of that. Thank you very much. So, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. On the count of 3, do that. 1, 2, 3. Fucking lovely, isn't it? Now, there's 1,600 of you in here. That wasn't loud enough. And I'm aware some can't do it. This isn't to weed you out. It's not some fucking eugenics rally. They're genetically impure. Right? It's not that sort of gig. So, if you can make the noise, if you can't just relax. If you can, do it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. It's fucking lovely, isn't it? 600 people doing that. 1,600 people makes. I think it just adds to the sum of human happiness. Right. I'm going to sweep my hand around the room, and as the hand points to your part of the room, make that noise. Ready? And shh. And. That's it. That's the sound of an octopus being pulled off a tile floor. The thing I want to leave you with, ladies and gentlemen, apart from a sense of well-being, is the simple fact, ladies and gents, the simple fact that the best bit in the Bond-themed Goldfinger, right, is the bit where she goes, "But don't go in." You know, it's the best bit. So, feels like you're waiting for something else there. Just saying, the best bit in the Bond-themed Goldfinger is the bit where she goes, "But don't go in." You know, it's the best bit. So, right, I was kind of hoping for more from that. You know all the Bond films have got... Don't look for something that's not there. You know all the Bond films have got a different theme tune. All I'm saying, the one for Goldfinger, the best bit in that is the bit where she goes, "But don't go in." Right, it's the best bit. Right, that's fucking patronising. It's right, this happened in Birmingham as well. It's fine, I'll do it. It's fine. Goldfinger, he's the man with the Midas touch. A spider's touch, such a cold finger, beckons you in to join him in his web of sin. Here it comes, but don't go in. It's the best bit, isn't it? It's the best bit. Oh. Come on. You're not clapping me there, you're clapping Dame Shirley. We all know that. It's the best bit. It's the bit that everyone looks forward to, isn't it? It's like 5 gold rings in the 12 days of Christmas. There's not a single song would not be improved with the addition of that line. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy, but don't go in. It's better, isn't it? He lives in a house, a very big house in the country, but don't go in. Club Tropicana drinks are free, but don't go in. There's a magical place, we're on our way there. With tides and their millions all under one roof, but don't go in. Jim will fix it for you. You didn't laugh enough at the Toys R Us one. I wanted to finish on the Toys R Us one. That's your fault that you're thinking that now. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew Neil. You've been an absolute delight. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please sign my mailing list. It's out there afterwards. Follow me on the internet because I would like to come. I mean, I gig in Brighton all the fucking time, but, you know, most of you don't turn up. Which is good because we book much smaller venues than this. It would be awkward. So, follow me online. Amanda will bang on about my stuff. In the autumn, I'll bring my solo show to Brighton and we can hang out again. You've been an absolute delight. Thank you very much.